Are you ready for some football? On the most inappropriate channel ever to talk about football. Welcome to the 359 podcast, episode 174, with our friends Alfred Ng and Roger Cheng. Good morning, guys. We are talking about football?
Well, it's all over now. The season's over. Next sport.
Oh, we're not necessarily talking about the Super Bowl. We're talking about sort of the social reaction.
Yep.
It was interesting to see the sort of the heckling of Tom Brady during halftime,
and then turned into the celebration of Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Meme Brady.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, I mean, depending on if you're a Pats fan or not, I mean, it was either the greatest night or just a huge...
Still can't believe that happened.
Huge disappointment. Well, maybe it's not disappointment because it was a great game, right?
I'm a huge fan of the not Patriots.
There you go.
It was a fun game to watch. I wish the outcome were different.
I wished I actually watched the game, but I didn't.
Knee deep in poop again.
Yes.
All right. Anyways.
So
I mean, there's things outside of the world from football, though.
There
right?
is. So nearly 100 tech companies have sort of band together to file a legal brief in opposition to President Trump's immigration ban. We're talking a little bit about that, as well as Korea stepping in to offer their own oversight on battery technology in the wake of Samsung's Galaxy Note 7 debacle.
Yep.
So more Note 7, more Samsung. Yes, it is a dead horse, and we continue to beat it because there is more stuff going on.
There's a wealth.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy.
Thanks for all the
The
news.
story never ends. I'm sure Samsung wants it to end, but it just not yet.
Should have thought about that before.
All right. As always, leave your questions in the comment section, and we will try to answer them after 4 minutes.
All right. Stick around. We'll hit you up in the chat. And 3 minutes and 59 seconds from 3, 2...
Welcome to the 359, where we talk about the top tech news of the day and all the other crap we want to throw in. I'm Roger Cheng.
I'm Alfred Ng.
What an amazing game. At least that's what I hear. I was busy dealing with the baby and completely missed the Super Bowl, but millions of others were glued to the screen and shared their thoughts on social media, Facebook and Twitter. It's interesting to see sort of the tide turn, right, from heckling Tom Brady to the celebration of Tom Brady towards the end. Greatest of all time, right, at this point?
5 Super Bowl rings, most talked about athlete on Twitter and Facebook, except he doesn't have a Twitter for anyone to tag him in, so he's not even going to see any of it.
That's just... Does that even mean he exists? I don't is that just not...
I think he exists considering he has 5 Super Bowl rings.
But not on Twitter,
I
so
think
it doesn't count, right?
But yeah, it was a big night for the Super Bowl on social media.
Right.
27.6 million tweets, 240 million posts about it on Facebook.
It dominated everything.
Yeah, and that's not just the Super Bowl. It was you know the second most talked about moment on Twitter on the about the Super Bowl had nothing to do with the game. It was Lady Gaga's halftime performance.
By the way, did she actually leap off the top? What
yes.
is that? Oh,
She had harnesses and stuff, and then she jumped into it like I jump into work on Mondays. So
nice. No, it's true, everyone. He actually wears a harness and everything. It's crazy. All right, next up, nearly 100 tech giants jointly filed a legal brief bashing President Trump's immigration ban, arguing that America was built on immigration and that this move would actually have a real financial impact on the nation. I mean, what do you think? I mean, is this going to move the needle, or is this just this is adding to the sort of the rhetoric that's going on?
I mean, I think it's moved the needle on tech's end. You saw Uber CEO leaving Trump's advisory council. Yep. I think people protesting actually has real consequences for these tech leaders, and they're kind of taking a side against it now.
Right. And it's actually coming at a sort of an interesting time. Trump I think, has until today to sort of state his argument in terms of reinstating the ban. So this legal brief, this amicus brief that the tech companies jointly filed, is just sort of, extra. It's an extra argument against Trump's ban.
I mean, the ban's already been lifted from a judge's order. So, I mean, this is just, you're as you said, just another layer on top of it.
So it's an ongoing story. We'll continue to keep tabs on it. And then
speaking of ongoing stories, Samsung Galaxy Note 7 back again on the podcast. So South Korea's government is stepping in. Samsung had already announced that it's, adding a new 8-step battery test, making it a lot more rigorous, adding new tests to it to make sure that their batteries don't explode and catch on fire and burn you again. So South Korea's government decided, you know what, let's ramp that up more. Their Ministry of Trade, Industry, and Energy put out a statement today saying that it's planning on strengthening the safety rules that it has, not just for Samsung, but across the board. But you can kind of see that, this was really brought about by Samsung.
This is a reaction to Samsung.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting that they're stepping in. I'd actually like to see this around the world. Like, I'd like to see China and the U.S., everyone sort of stepping up their standards, because a lot of the batteries are actually made in China, right? Not necessarily in Korea. And in fact, the fact that they're stepping up their scrutiny wouldn't have changed the issue with the second run of batteries.
Yeah.
So,
but I believe that these battery, I think Samsung is doing this more so with the South Korean government, just kind of as a show of, a goodwill in the sense of, we really want to get our stuff together this time.
Absolutely. I have to wonder what LG's thinking, if they're cooperating, or if they're like, don't rope us in with these guys. We're not Samsung. Anyways, for more on these stories, check us out on CNET. I'm Roger Chang.
I'm Alfred Ng.
Thanks for listening.
Where were you when Falcons were killed?
Whoa, what? Whoa.
I was heavily drunk and already leaving the game. I'll tell you one thing, though.
Were you
I contributed to the memedom last night.
Yeah,
that game was too good for me to be on social media. I did not look.
That's
at my
the
phone
thing.
at
Like,
all.
if it's a game that really captivates your attention, can you do the 2-screen thing, or can you just focus on the one?
I didn't even bother. I was like too focused on the game. It was a good game.
From what I hear, it was.
I was going back and forth with friends, not out in the ether of social media.
Yeah.
But I did coin, according to Webster's dictionary, superb owl equals falcon. And I was proud of that. I think I earned that. No?
You deserve it. There's no
As the
owl
resident
team out there.
meme expert.
Alfred is the meme expert, yeah.
Exactly. We don't have a lot of action going on in the chat. Anybody else out there? We've got a lot of international fans on board today, and I'm sure that they don't give a crap about the American Super Bowl.
I thought it was a global event. Most watched event in the world.
I mean, the Lady Gaga thing is probably going to go more global than the game itself.
Right.
Let's be honest. But she
Did
kind
you
of
see
killed
that?
it. I
Did
saw
you see those drones? That was the coolest thing about it.
That was dope.
To me.
Those were Intel drones, actually. Yeah. They're like super lightweight drones that flew around.
I only got annoyed by it because all my friends were saying how cool all the drones were and stuff, and I was saying like this is going to be the future of advertisement. So enjoy never having a Starry Night anymore.
Yeah.
Because think about it, all these drones are going to be so accessible, and then they're just going to be like floating in the skies all the time, and you're just going to be there's like
it's a new meaning to skywriting, right? It's gonna be star
It's gonna be skywriting at night, and then you're never gonna be able to escape it because they're drones and they can just hang up there.
Bye, Pepsi. Just flash, following you the sky wherever you go.
God. I saw it. I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. Everyone thinks like, oh, it's so cool.
It was cool to see.
That's probably how people felt about like blimps and skywriting when they were first invented.
Right.
Where like, wow, it's awesome. They can like write messages in
Think
the
of the
clouds.
potential.
And now it's just like,
yeah.
I'm not happy about the drone ads.
Although, great idea if you need to do a proposal. Just saying. Just saying.
It is the future. Did anybody watch any of the ads? Any exciting?
Yeah, let's talk about some of the commercials. If you're not into the Super Bowl, what were some of the ads that really knocked your socks off?
Did you see the ads for that new Fox show APB?
I didn't see the ad from Super Bowl, but I did.
Isn't that a new like cop procedural thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it like uses
It's
tech.
like high tech police, and
It's basically like the Silicon Valley genius comes in and like takes over.
Yeah,
a
he
district.
takes over
So it's
a district in Chicago because his best friend was murdered in that district.
So it
by a
became
robot.
personal. So this time it's personal.
It's basically an entire series based around that one episode of Law and Order where they went against Gamergate.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see
don't
that
watch
episode.
that show.
Look it up. There's an iconic scene where Ice-T corners a guy and goes, "This isn't a video game. There is no reset button."
No, I think it's the opposite. Like this whole thing is
this is-
putting in technology. Like
Yeah, they had
giving
this weird
tech
scene
to all the
where
cops.
it's
so-
like this thing like folds out into like some kind of super drone that like flies around and like stops all the criminals.
Oh, so RoboCop.
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda, but they're human cops
more
that kind of
gadgets,
work
yeah.
alongside
It's not
gadgets.
a cyborg.
So
officer.
RoboCop.
Well, no, there's no cyborg cop.
The cops aren't the robots.
Yet season 2.
Maybe season
Yeah,
2
but
shows up.
they played that commercial at least like 3 times. And I was like, this is
Really?
the weirdest thing ever. Like this is
Oh, it was on Fox.
Yeah,
that's right.
that's
right.
why.
24 was on afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I really caught, because everything good happened at the end, I saw the Ghost in the Shell teaser number 3 or whatever it is at
Which,
this point.
by the way, didn't really include a lot of new footage. I thought
Nah.
it was just the face thing was different, right? Or
No,
what
that's been in there.
So what was new? And everything seemed kind of
just a new
recycled.
cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really wasn't any. There was a tiny bit of fresh footage, but it didn't really tell you much.
Did you see the barrage of T-Mobile commercials?
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying that close enough
Apparently,
attention.
they bought more or as many minutes as Budweiser's. They were like the top.
It paid
sponsor.
off for them. Yeah, because
it
they
was
were
like 5. It was 5 commercials.
I believe so. They were the second most talked about brand on social media after Pepsi, and Pepsi only got it because they do the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, T-Mobile, like, just a barrage of commercials.
And they were just. I mean, again, I only watched one of them, the Justin Bieber one, but like I imagine they were bashing Verizon.
They did this whole kind of like 50 Shades of Grey parody thing,
Oh, really?
with like wireless pain.
Ah.
So it was like about all the issues that you get like trying to cancel your plan or like taxes and fees. The whole thing they've been going off.
Yeah.
For a while. Verizon, I didn't see any ads from Verizon.
I thought I saw one about actually taking on T-Mobile.
Yeah, they responded on Twitter. I saw that.
Oh, maybe I saw it on Twitter. Maybe it didn't show up on. Maybe they didn't put an ad in the Super Bowl. I
didn't see it. If they did, I must have missed it. But otherwise,
Tracy said she was switching back and forth between the Super Bowl and the Puppy Bowl.
Oh,
which I missed this year. I didn't get to see.
However,
there was a terrible, awful, just trolling effort. Did anybody see the Dead Puppy Bowl?
No. What?
Why?
Yeah, that was on Facebook.
Why?
Because humans are terrible.
Yeah.
We don't deserve puppies.
Jorge says the Pirates of the Caribbean new trailer was cool.
That actually was a cool trailer.
I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for those. Yeah, they're not.
I didn't understand that trailer at all.
But
there's always.
I think
it's a
zombie. It's like a zombie ship, and then they are coming back to kill Jack Sparrow.
Didn't it seem like the second movie had the same kind of dead ship thing going?
They all had the same
zombies.
thing.
No,
going.
you're right.
Yeah.
It's pretty much they're all the same movie.
But they're kind of fun popcorn movies. I'm a sucker for those.
The fourth one was really bad though, and that kind of turned me off of the series.
I didn't see that one.
Oh yeah, that's when they lost the other two.
Yeah, it was like the Fountain of Youth one or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was Depp only.
It was Depp only.
Penelope
not like
Cruz,
it. Yeah, but Orlando Bloom is back.
Sorry, Tracy. I assume that you.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's in the commercial.
He was in the trailer.
Yeah.
I thought that was him.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure.
And then isn't he supposed to be
older.
the captain now of like Davy Jones' locker or Davy Jones?
He was at the end of the third movie, right?
Yeah. He can't like go back on land anymore.
Wait, no, wasn't there like a scene at the end where she came back and like unlocked it or something, or like gave him back his heart and he was fine?
I don't remember that.
I think there was a scene at the end, like
after credits.
Oh. Like she showed up after like whatever 10 years with the heart.
Yeah.
Good job, Orlando Bloom.
What about Guardians of the Galaxy? Did you see that?
I didn't see it yet.
I heard about it.
It was pretty good. I'm pretty jazzed about that.
It's a good movie.
Rosalino's touting the Stranger Things teaser.
Oh my god, that commercial's so good.
I didn't see that either.
It's
I
insane.
missed that one, yeah.
Oh man, they got the little kid in like the little Ghostbusters shirt.
Oh yeah,
like they're all
I saw the photos.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's in the uniform, right?
Yeah. No, it's gonna be great.
So much 80s.
So that formally says that it's going to be set in 1984. I'm assuming.
Most likely, yeah. Either that or they were the original Ghostbusters.
So there's a linear timeline. We've moved forward 1 year in Stranger Things timeline. That's the one thing we can formally deduce.
My only hope is that like there's not such a difference between now and then that like all the child actors like clearly went through puberty like during the filming.
Oh yeah,
that's going to happen sooner or later.
Will, where are you? Even though in like timeline series there's only like one.
It's not coming out for a while either. Right?
It's coming out in October, and Halloween actually.
It'll always be a Halloween show.
Yeah. Okay. That
no
makes
doubt.
sense.
But I think they did all the filming for it already.
Oh, okay.
Really?
That's what I thought.
I'm done.
I might be wrong.
They're just holding it for Halloween because of.
Well, there'll probably be callbacks, and they got a lot of editing to do and special effects, and. All right, that kind of makes sense, I guess. I'm surprised that they're just already completely done.
Honestly, if you watch the commercial though, it looked like it was gonna be a Eggo commercial at first because it like started with like a retro like '80s ad from of Eggo.
Nice.
But then I saw like TV14 in the top corner. I'm like, why does this Eggo commercial have like a television rating? And then it jumped into like the Stranger Things stuff.
That's clever.
Nice.
Glenn Roy was a big fan of Lady Gaga. Said the halftime show was the bomb. Well, the pyrotech, it nearly was a bomb.
Did you see? I didn't even pay attention to the pyrotech.
There was quite a bit of it. Right?
There always is to a certain extent.
Was anyone like worried that she was gonna fall on when she would like jump down? From
I was a little unnerved, but I saw it later on. So
the way she fell
by the balls to the wall jump.
Yeah, but the way she also fell was like really funny. She looked like Mario swimming.
But did you?
When she was just like this
did you guys
in the air.
think though that was real? Like, was there a moment where you're like, "Is this CG?" Because it didn't. Like, it almost seemed a little surreal to me. Like almost like it could have been CG. Like it could have been a green screen.
I saw
Wouldn't that be a great controversy to come out? With
Right? It wasn't actually real. It wasn't legit.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that the drones were actually pre-recorded. It's just a tweet, so I don't want to spread the fake news around. So it might not be true.
Alternative facts.
I liked that coming full circle here that there were some tweets comparing her outfit to Goze or the Gozerian from Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
And I went,
Yeah,
right.
I can see that. I can see that.
Volgro Soldrane, Lord of the Sibulia.
One of my favorite tweets about it was Lady Gaga's changed her outfits more times in this performance than I have all year.
Yeah, she was fun though. And I did get a kick out of some of the cameo appearances. I actually legitimately enjoyed Luke Bryan's Star Spangled Banner, and I got a big kick out of the Bushes coming out in the beginning, just because they've gone from like I might disagree with politics to like oh what a sweet little old couple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my perspective on that.
good old George.
Did you see the tweet before on Friday? There's his little coin flip tweet.
The Inception coin,
Which everyone interpreted. I interpreted it as an Inception reference because the coin just sort of flipped, stood on its side.
he had like a coin spinning.
He's like,
who's ready for the Super Bowl this Sunday?
And everyone was like,
Oh, wow.
Inception, that's so hip. Which I guess Alfred debunked that.
Because he was doing the coin toss.
Yeah. Well,
So
now that
it
makes
wasn't-
sense.
But everyone kind of took it as Inception.
Yeah.
Which would have been way cooler.
All right, want to call it a day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice
All right.
light news day to kick off the week. Let's see how horrible it gets.
It's all downhill from here.
It's gonna get good. This is it. We're just starting at the bottom. We'll head for the top.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You say so.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, be sure to watch the Super Bowl tonight too.
If you liked anything you saw or heard here, check us out on CNET. Our podcast is available on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, FeedBurner, and Google Play Music. See y'all tomorrow.
Later. Thank you.